someone. I've seen so much content. People are telling others how to earn money, how to do business, how to earn the pleasure of Allah, something religious, something to do with empowering others. Wallahi, I congratulate you. You are the hidden gems who are on social media using it for the right reasons. So we can never say that we condemn social media in totality, because not to be on it is missing out on your generation. That's what it is. But to be disciplined and to know how to use it and what you want to use it for is what we are trying to remind you to do. For example, there are some. I remember a sister who told me, I lost my job because of my hijab. Now you and I know hijab, for a lot of those who are Muslim, it's a struggle at times, especially in an environment in the Western world sometimes where perhaps, as much as they may say freedom, freedom, there are perhaps more freedoms in our nations than some other nations where they claim it, but they will fire you from your job for just wearing a piece of cloth on your head. I want to shout out to those sisters, congratulations to you for standing up for what you are. Just like it is a sacrifice to stand up for who you are, in whatever way it may be. I love the way I look, and I want to tell you, liberation, true independence, is to love yourself how your Maker made you. With your hair, with your complexion, with your height, with your size, with everything that you have come with as a package. Learn to look in the mirror and say, I love myself the way my Lord made me. That is the day you have been released and you are independent. For as long as you are enslaved by wanting to look like someone whom you are not going to go very far in life. Learn to love yourself. This is me. Those who love me for who I am, I love you back. Those who don't, I used to say fly a kite. I've run out of kites. Don't fly anything. You can go to hell. How can you dislike a person that the Lord who made you has made? Brother, I love you how you are. I will not maltreat you based on what you look like and what you've chosen. I, for one, do not judge anyone who appears in front of me, no matter how they appear, because I want there to be hope. This is a person, they are being themselves. Am I being myself? Why should I swear them, insult them, and belittle them? If I need to guide them, because perhaps, maybe, I might want to tell them there is a better way that I believe that you can dress. It can happen sometimes. We have our children, young children are telling their parents, who gives you the right to tell me how I should dress? Now they've come to me as a counselor and say, you are going around telling people to be themselves. Here is my daughter. She doesn't want to wear anything. And she is telling me, Sheikh Mufti said that, you know what? I said, wait, hang on. You are a parent. You have been given a position by God Almighty. He says He has created those children through you. He chose you. None of us here chose our parents, but Allah chose them. In fact, I want to say one other thing, very interesting. None of us are on earth because we asked to be on earth. Is anyone from amongst you here because you said you want to be here on earth? No. You were brought here by force. Am I right? In the same way you are going to go back by what? By force. Whether you like it or not, you have to go back. So who brought you? Someone. Who's going to take you back? The same someone. Who is He? The Creator. He chose a path for you to come on earth. Those who are connected to you have a right to guide you with love. Today we spoke about addictions. One of my colleagues, Brother Wael Ibrahim, spoke about addictions. What is he talking about? Losing yourself. Sometimes losing yourself. You lose focus from reality and you've now focused on something that is not real. When it gets to a point where you have unplugged from reality, then you are heading in a direction perhaps that is destructive. So if you are using social media to lead people astray, my brother, my sister, you need help. Even if you're making money out of it, that money will not be blessed, because you are using the platforms that the Almighty has given you to lead people astray. Today we are struggling because we are living in an age of immorality. And when we say what is immoral, guess what? The answer of it is changing every year. There are things that were not acceptable last year that are becoming acceptable this year. And there are things that are not acceptable today. After a year or two, they will be more acceptable. And there are things that were considered totally taboo in the past. Today, it's considered recommended, astaghfirullah. And sometimes there are things, for example, let me give you one quick example, can I? In fact, there are a few things that have just come to my mind. Look, I tell you. My mother, my grandmother, I can never imagine them in a top and a trousers. Never. I'm not saying it's wrong to wear a top and a trousers, but it's how you wear it that would show the world that this is a different generation altogether, right? When they wore clothing, no one told them anything. But what was a norm there, and what was considered taboo, what was considered wrong, became considered as okay in the next generation. The problem is that when we move from here to the next one, what's going to happen? Wallahi, I was in a country a few days ago, without mentioning it because what I'm about to say is not so nice. A very advanced first world country, and there was a lady walking totally naked. Totally. And you know what? I didn't notice her, but the driver told me, he just said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And I thought he was about to bump someone, but I didn't get the brake. And I said, what happened? He said there was an absolutely naked woman walking across. I said, you know, maybe she's not well in her mind. He said, no, they have a right to walk like this. Now they just come out and they just walk, you know. So I remember the story. The story of Astaghfirullah. Would you like to hear it? They say there was a man, and it's a true story. He visited a country where there is a beach. Now you know the beach is a problem because why? In some places they have a nude beach. You just remove everything and do whatever you need. Look, with all due respect, we as believers, we have a dress code. I'll be honest with you, we as believers, we have a dress code, we are proud of it, we stick to it. We actually have paid a price for having stuck to our own dress code. We are believers. As much as we will not impose our faith on someone else, but we have a right amongst in our circles to discuss the matter and to be able to encourage our children and everyone else to live on that level of morality. So anyway, this visitor came from a Muslim country and he is never used to seeing nudity of that nature. So what happened is, every time his eyes fell on something he was not supposed to see, what did he do? What did he do? What he's supposed to do? Lower his gaze. So he said, Astaghfirullah, and he looks down. Right? So the driver, he was quite surprised. Pleasant surprise. Astaghfirullah, he looks down. So the next day, the driver was with him, same thing happened. He said Astaghfirullah about 10 times. Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. And then the driver noticed it started getting on the driver's tongue. So what happened is, on the third day, the driver saw something and he said, Astaghfirullah. This brother said, wait. So, which means he started becoming accustomed to now looking. You lower your gaze once, you lower your gaze twice, you lower your gaze thrice, you lower your gaze 4 times. After that, what happens? It becomes tough. You and I are living in a time on earth where the East and the West have differed on the dress code. They have differed. And where certain cultures are trying to impose their world view on the rest of the world and saying that if you don't adopt this world view, you are actually backward. We are here to tell you, please stick to your own morality and your values and hold them dear and close to you, because those that were taught by Jesus and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and Moses, may peace be upon them all, are morals and values that are very high. They will carry you into the hereafter, into paradise, whereas there are chunks of people who don't even believe that there is a hereafter, and we tend to follow them. Where is Muhammad in your life? Where is Jesus in your life? Where is Moses in your life? May peace be upon them all. May peace be upon them all. We are people with high values and morals. I'm standing here, I am so well dressed. They ask me, why do you wear a scarf? I say, to inspire the sisters. If I can wear one, why not? Obviously, that is just said on a lighter note, but it means something. Look at my dress code, subhanAllah. In my country, Zimbabwe, when they see me, you can ask Sheikh Omar, they say, Jesuanuya. What does that mean? That means Jesus has come. They say this man looks like Jesus, because we are dressed according to what we were taught, right? This is the dress code of those who would like to get closer to the Almighty. It is not a